Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. We are here on Hof Bergmann, which is the new map that I've added to the server as of last night. I was up quite late getting this installed and getting this set up, getting the map loaded up, uploaded, getting the mods uploaded, getting all the old map, getting the old map and old mods removed. To save everybody going off and wondering, I'm just going to come straight out and be perfectly honest. The reason why I've decided to change the map so soon after uploading the previous one is because I wasn't very happy with a lot of the issues in the map that we were experiencing as we were playing. I also wasn't very happy with the ongoing drama and saga that the map author is currently involved in. And I didn't see when there was going to be a fix for the map coming out. I didn't know when there was going to be an update that fixed the issues we were having. I also wasn't sure how easy that fix was going to be obtainable and available for players, seeing as the mod author is no longer working with Giants and the mod hub. So the map would not be released on the mod hub, which is obviously where most players would find it and be able to download it. I don't know how they plan to distribute their maps and mods in the future. What kind of hosting service they're going to be using to distribute their mods. But if it's any kind of service which, you know, limits download speeds and subjects you to ads and things like that, like some of these sites use, which basically are trying to generate that for themselves, I'm not going to entertain it. So, you know, I'm not paying for mods. So I decided, having spoken to the players that had played on the map, that it wasn't working. The map wasn't working for us. It had its problems. It had its bugs. The fact that loading wagons didn't seem to work anymore on the map. You couldn't pick up any of your straw when you know, harvested a field. Was just the final was the final straw that broke the camel's back, as they say. After that point, it was just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this flipping map. I'm fed up of prattling around. So I've uploaded Hof Bergmann, which is a map that, as I say, the other players that played on Chellington have both played in the past and say is a very good map. I have previously not played it at all, either single player or whatever. One of the reasons for that is that the map is obviously made by a German modding team. And as a result, all the documentation, all the literature about the map, things like change logs and things like that, it's all written in German. They don't provide any English translation, which means I can't understand any of the discussion. I don't know. Like I say, I open up the instruction manual for the map of how things are supposed to work and stuff, because there's a lot of manual stuff you have to do in this map with regards to some of the various different things you can do on this map. In regards the like cheese making, butter making, bread making. I think there's quite a few extra little bits and pieces on this map, and because there's no English documentation for me to be able to read, digest and understand, I've kind of avoided this map before now. Do I have a link to get the new mods and new maps? That's a good point. I have not posted the new Google Drive link to download the new server map and mods. I need to do that. I will drop it in the Farm Sim server channel on the Discord. There, done. Right, so that brings me on to what I'm now going to do today. Obviously, the game has been created. It has been created in File Manager because on the server, it's the only option I have available is File Manager or Start from Scratch. So I can't do New Farmer. As a result, I don't know what you were supposed to start with in New Farmer. So basically, I've just bought a bunch of land around the what I assume is the starting farm location on the map for us to be working right off the bat, whilst leaving fields around the edge of the map for contracting and that kind of stuff. I am going to be going through the garage now and getting rid of a lot of the equipment. Apart from the stuff that's like labelled Hof Bergmann map, which is obviously specific to this map, I don't know if we are actually required to keep that, so I'm not going to touch any of that stuff. But anything like, say, the 313 Vario, I'm probably going to get rid of that. And probably going to get rid of the 515C. Probably get rid of the armor track. Probably get rid of that 515C as well. Probably get rid of the 724 Vario. 7250 Pro. We're going to get rid of that. The 6155M John Deere. I'm going to get rid of that. The harvester I'm going to get rid of because I'm not using that. that can go. We'll get rid of that. Trailer wise, I don't know whether to keep those trailers. That one's not actually showing any capacity, which is a little bit worrying. Silo hopper. We'll get rid of the combine header. We're not going to need that. We're definitely getting rid of the plough because I don't want a 2.5 meter plough ever. 3 meter seeder. Probably get rid of that. That fertilizer spreader. Get rid of that. We'll keep the mower. We'll probably keep the tedder. We've got a loading wagon. It's small, but it'll work for now, I guess. Bunch of front loadery stuff. I'm probably going to get rid of the John Deere one. Just get rid of the John Deere weight. Need to have we start with a pressure washer. However, I might decide to get the better one. A couple of universal trailers for transporting various liquids. It can also be converted into a transport platform for transporting bales, pallets and logs. Right, I'm going to get rid of the weights. I'll probably buy new ones with tractors. Right, so that gives us a point to start with then. That's a point of start. Obviously, keep all anything, like I say, anything labelled Hof Bergmann map, I'm not selling because I don't know if we need it. We've got the universal tank pack from LSF mod company. That's installed. We've also got the BDM auto load pack, which I'm told this works with this map. I'm told this works with this map. For transporting some of the production stuff that you can do on the map, which I'm probably not going to get greatly into because I just want to work fields. A bunch of stuff there. So what do we need to buy now? Well, we're going to need some tractors now, aren't we? Let's have a look. What have we got available to us? We have the little 300 Vario here. What horsepower does this thing have? 138. Front loader. Yeah, we can have that with a front loader. Have it. I'll buy everything with GPS. I'm going to buy everything second hand. Nokians, Trelleborgs, Nokians. I don't really have an option. Do we go wide tyres and weights? Possibly for stability if we're going to be picking things up and transporting things. Oh yeah, we'll have one of those. Oh, I should have changed the colours a little bit. So we've got a Fendt 300, but we don't have a modded 500. Okay, medium tractors then. Let's have a look. What have we got available to us? Well, we've got the fast track 4220, which we had on Chellington. I'm thinking possibly maybe adding in one of those because it was nice to have on the map. Nokians or Trelleborgs. So this is the 700. Probably going to get this with skinny wheels because I think it would be useful for fertilizing, lime spreading and stuff. Get it with a front loader attachment as well. Gives us an option. I will grab us a fast track. We had the fast track before on the last map, so I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to chuck a front loader on that as well, because there seems to be a lot of things requiring front loaders. Have that. Right. Large tractors now. What have we got in the realms of large tractors to play with? Got the Fendt 1000. We ought to get a 900. Which we're going to have with wide tyres and weights. Do we go for any of the track jobbies is the question. Ooh, we could have gone for a black 900 Black Beauty. Well, Have that. Obviously, you can see we've got some tracked options available to us on this site. .5 meter joints, 3 meters standards. Yeah, we can get quite nice machines. We can get obviously the like the fast track we used on Chellington if we want it. We can get fencing quad track type styling if we want it. I think having added the 900 Black Beauty, we probably want 1,000 series. Probably go with used second hand for that. Only go for Michelin, so we'll go for wide tyres and weights on the Fendt 1050. Only got 504 grand left. I think we'll get a Beastie Boy. Have that with maximum wattage. Right, that's dropped our balance right down now. We do need the harvester. Ideally, I would like to have had maybe the wheeled version. I would have liked to have been able to paint it full full green. Have it with an extension. That's going to be 291,000. We can't quite afford that. We can't. So we're going to need some money. Right, let me sort this out. Let's go for... We're going to need plows and stuff as well, aren't we? Oh, I need to log in as admin, otherwise it's not going to let me do anything. Right, logged in. Right, let's head over to the store where obviously we've got all the equipment currently parked. It's quite a rabble of equipment there, isn't it? So yes, let's add some much needed moolah. We'll start conservatively with 300,000. That should enable us to get the harvester and header. I need the 10T. Wouldn't an 8T be okay? It's a little bit small, maybe. Changes the price by about 20 grand, so we'll leave it as it is. Makes it that 271 to buy. We then need the header for it. Should only be, I don't know whether to go for maybe a Crozoni foldy header. I can't get it in the Fent colour scheme. Maybe we go for options. Can have that. Can have that as a Fent. Right, we then, like I say, we do need a replacement for the fertiliser spreader, so... I'm going to stick with 24 metres for now. And we're going to go with that thing. Fine. Seeders, we're going to need a seeder. I haven't installed any modded seeders. Ooh. Yeah, we haven't got anything that isn't vanilla seeders at the minute. We'll come back to that then. Harrows, subsoilers, disc harrows. We should have some new disc harrows. We got the 2660 VT disc harrow there, which is 9 meters. Got the case, agriculture 770, which is 7.2. An option. Got the CVT, that doesn't have any configuration options. Cultivators, what have we got cultivator wise? We've got the seed bed finisher, 12.6 meters. That around. Should go nicely with the plough if I've got the plough installed. Right, we've got the eco tills, which we've used before, which are both very nice mods. I would probably prefer that one if I was going for one, because it drops straight on the back. 6 meter one. There, which we know about. We've used when creating fields. And then we've got the new one. Can put a hitch on the back if you want. I don't think we would bother if we're using this just for ploughing and subsoiling and stuff. I think we grab one of those, get one of these second hand now. Bit cheaper. I also think we grab a eco till as well. them second hand. Look. Do we have any cultivators? Or we don't. I don't think we have any fertilizer sprayers. No, we don't. Right, let's start then. Moving, trying to move some of this equipment back to the farm. Right, I'll start with the big boy. We can grab right, we're going to need fuel, and I'm going to need to repair everything. So expensive. That's expensive. That's expensive. That's expensive. That's expensive. That's expensive. That's expensive. Right, all the items are good, I believe. So we've repaired everything. Obviously, all the tractors will need to be refueled, dieseled up, and stuff. I suppose I ought to have a look at the map now and see how I get back to the farm. We start over here, so basically follow the long windy road, and we will be back at the farm. We've got some stuff to harvest straight away. Yes. I mean, this is Europe, being a German-based map, so let's try and drive on the right side of the road. It's in the side that's not the left, not correct side of the road, which we all know is the left. I'll get some equipment brought back then. We'll bring all the ploughs and all the I mean, realistically, do we need to bother with a cultivator? The map didn't give us one to start with. It only gave us a plough. So if the map didn't give me a cultivator, maybe I don't need one. Would be quick thought for me. A flare. Next vehicle is the normal Fendt 1050. So he can grab seeder of choice. There is a new loading wagon I'm kind of looking forward to trying out on this save, which released on the mod hub yesterday. I'd like to maybe use that as our auger wagon, overloading wagon. Grain cart. You know. Driving here. Also on this particular map, I am using a couple of new mods that I've never used before, so we'll have to figure out how they work as we're going along. The manure system mod I've not used before, so that's going to be completely new to me. I'm hoping that the players who have played this map, excuse me, sorry about that, bad throat. Right, next port of call. What are we grabbing next? Well, probably need to move the harvester, really, don't we? Ought to have checked what crops we've got planted at the minute. Because, you know, headers are going to be a thing. We can always grab a header a little bit later. For the corn and sunflower purposes. I'm also going to find a little bit of an area to put down a placeable. Much like on Chellington, we had the little placeable that enabled us to buy lime and stuff at the farm. I'm going to use one of those. More so to get slurry, manure and digestate before we've actually got, you know, how do we put it? Before we've actually got a slurry. I don't know where I would park this beast. It's a big machine. I don't know where. I didn't actually check where the harvester lived. In the starting equipment. I'm just probably going to leave it parked in the middle of the yard for now. We'll let someone else worry about where that needs to get parked. Next machine to grab will be this little bad boy with the skinny wheels. This is going to be probably our fertilizer spreader, I'm gonna guess. Spreader and sprayer. Appreciate I haven't bought any front weights. Again, if it's something we need for realism a bit later on. We can get it later on. Right now, I'd rather spend the money we've got on the equipment that's actually critical to getting work done. We can get by without weights on the tractors. Are you gay? No, I'm not, and that's very offensive to say. And ask somebody, you know. I don't appreciate that kind of thing being posted in my chat, so please don't do so. Please don't do so. Do have a lot of friends who are, and they wouldn't appreciate type of questioning, you know. From someone who doesn't know them at all personally, you know, you just some random person that comes into a Twitch chat and asks a question like that. Very, very offensive. Right. Next point of location will be you ought to go probably put these machines on some of the trailers. Although this is the little one, so maybe this is the one that I want to go stick a front loader on. And, I don't know. Bag handler? Right fork? Bale fork? Something like that, maybe? I can't remember what all the little, again, I didn't really look at the I didn't take notice of where all the starting equipment was placed. I just went through the garage and sold it all off so I could buy equipment that I actually want. I think there was one parked on that trailer, so we probably will come and grab a machine for that. Do we have a front loader attachment over here? Onto that. Really want to fit, does it? CZ30, that sounds right for this size tractor. FCZ30. So what we'll do is we'll park this guy in the bunker for now. So he's out of the way. Should have a lifter over there, universal hose bridge there. Oh, there's one down there, FCZ30, located all the way down here. Not allowed to open the gates yet because of course we don't own the land, which is one of the things that this map does. Stops you from going into fields and land you don't own by locking the gates. So I've got 3 tractors left at this moment in time. That's another one that's going to go and be put on a trailer. I think the fast track works great as a trailer vehicle. What I will, however, do while I'm here is grab myself a... have a look, actually. Okay, no lifters, so we want probably the FTZ 60, I'm going to think. Yeah, we want one of them then. So if we buy it new or second hand, probably not. It's a front loader, it's not going to make any difference whether we get it new or second hand. I also think, what was it? What was the manure spreader we used on Chellington? I'm probably going to grab one of those as well for doing the fertilising, because we are using precision. We're still using precision farming. We still have precision farming installed, so we are going to be using that on this map. Even though this map doesn't have a custom soil thingy jiggy bobby doodah. We are going to get one. And then we can obviously be digestate spreading our fields. Got pens everywhere. We've got a few barns. Right, so that one's done. Yeah, we've got 98,000 left at the minute. Let's think then. Slurry tanks. Pretty sure Mr. Helgi had that one. On Chellington. However, I think I'm going to go for this one. Yeah, we'll buy that one. Slurry hoses. This is where this thingy-me-jiggy bob mod comes in, doesn't it? Let's also quickly go back in here. Now I've bought another couple of pieces of equipment. We need to make sure it's fully repaired, like that. Just like that. So we've got 2 machines, so we've got 2 of these tractors. The only reason I buy, and people wondering why do I buy the vehicles second hand? Well, for a start, when you're first starting out on a map, on a save game, it means you can get the equipment a bit cheaper. And also, as you can see, equipment comes with dirt pre-installed. So it doesn't look all shiny. It looks like it's been, you know, used. It just adds a little bit of character to the equipment when it already comes with dirt built in and scratches to the paintwork and obvious signs of wear and tear. I don't like seeing all the equipment looking absolutely sparkly and pristine. I know some people get a bit anal about washing the equipment every time they use it. I don't. I used to. I used to be like, every piece of equipment must be washed after you've used it. It must be parked back in the right spot, in the right shed. Now I'm like, you know what? No, I'm just going to leave it. I've seen real life farmers' equipment, and yeah, they don't clean everything every single time they use it. Some of their equipment looks like it's never been cleaned since the day they bought it. So there's that. Right, I'm going to park this probably over here, because this is where the manure and slurry pit actually is. Guessing. There's one more machine parked at the store. I'm just going to leave that at the store for now. I'm going to pick up things like the buckets. Ford Transit van parked in a shed. We do have a little gator. Hello, Mr. Helgi. I might have to sell this gator though, because obviously it doesn't have the thingy on the back for putting the field soil sampler, the soil sampler on. So we might have to, I might have to swap this for one that does have soil sampling. Right, next thing then I need to do is figure out where the fuel tank is at the farm. Or where the fuel refill is. Is there a fuel refill? Is there a petrol station somewhere on the map and I've just not seen it? Bakery, ranch, building place. Because all the equipment needs to be refueled. On the left, garden shop. It's in German. Yeah, this is why I've... there it is. It's up there, gas station. Do I have anything to put fuel in? Can I go and fill something and bring fuel back? That is English. What is English? That's not English. Raythesion. I don't even know what that icon is supposed to indicate. Is it in the sell point? Because maybe from the sell point I can determine what it is that it buys. It buys rye. That's the only thing it buys. And dried grain. It's a rye shop. It also takes manure, slurry and digestate, apparently, and lime, and compost. And wood chips. It's a sell point then. Now, I know you are a universal tanker, which means you should be able to carry fuel. But you don't. Or do you? Has this tanker been modified to only do slurry spreading? I thought the universal tanker was either configured as a slurry sprayer or it's configured as universal. You know what? Let me think. How am I going to do this? I am going to go and grab the tractor from the shop. I'm going to pick up that tanker. I'm going to take the tanker back to bring it back to the workshop. I'm going to check it out to make sure it's set up to be a universal tanker. And then I'll go buy some fuel. And then I'll take the tanker with the fuel back to the farm and refuel all the tractors and the harvester, because the harvester's the thing I need next, because I need to do some harvesting. Good afternoon, Mr. Helgi.
Hof Bergmann.
Hof Bergmann.
I played this on single player for a while. Don't remember whether there's a fueling tank at the farm. Don't remember.
There's a load of diesel barrels lying around and in the garage, so I'm assuming we have to fill those up. I mean, obviously I could go and grab myself a Thunder. That would solve the problem of how to refuel all the vehicles.
Yep.
But I didn't know if this map had specific ways of doing it, but I'll take that tanker to the workshop. I'll have a look to see if it's set up, because obviously I've just bought the slurry spreader that you were using on Chellington, so I don't need two slurry spreaders. So if this is a slurry spreader, I will change it back to being a tanker for transporting liquids. The slurry spreader works better as a slurry spreader. Weirdly, as well, that the slurry spreader here doesn't have the little arm thingies on it. This one I've bought in the store doesn't have the little arm thingies on it, but it's wider than the one.
Wider.
It spreads wider. It sprays wider.
It has some plate at the end where it sprays against it.
Yeah, it's got the plate on the back. But yeah, it's a little bit weird, that, because when I was looking at them in the store menu just before you obviously came in, that was the one obviously you used on Chellington.
Yeah.
Which was 12 meters with the arms. I've bought.
Whether I can look in.
I've bought this one, which is cheaper, doesn't have the arms, but is 14.8 meters. It's also a larger tank. 25,000 litres this one holds, so I thought, hey, I would sooner have that one. Obviously, at this moment in time, I haven't done anything with the hose system that this map has for filling liquids into things. So that's all going to be new for me to work out and figure out. because I've never used that mod before, so you're going to have to teach me how that all works.
Oh. I remember.
I think we've got to buy pumps and all sorts of stuff, haven't we?
No idea.
Oh, I'm an idiot, aren't I? I am an idiot.
What we got?
Well, I'm driving all the way back to the shop to find a workshop trigger, and we've got the portable toolbox at the farm, haven't we? They give you a portable toolbox for doing your repairs and stuff.
I think there's also a repair shop at the farm, is it? Can you see that? What's that? Farmer envy. You see, there are some liquid barrels, and there's a tank for fuel. Maybe you have to fill it.
Is there a repair trigger at the shop? Doesn't look like it.
Is the door opening somewhere?
Have you joined the farm? You can't open doors and gates.
It's a switch on the right side. No?
Helgi has joined the farm. Right, let's give him permissions then.
Open attic gate. Open gate. There's a shop here. I'm here. Repair.
Where's the trigger? So
We
that
have a
is
trigger at the shop here. Definitely.
yeah, that's set up to be universal. So that will a funnel for. Do I need a funnel?
Yeah, with the little gator, I transported the cheese and stuff.
Right, so that does have that is set up for universal liquids. Okay, let's go to the fuel station, buy a load of fuel. About 79,000 bucks that we've got.
I'm not sure if I can fuel here, but maybe I need to drive a little bit to be able to get some fuel. I like these bale storage thingies where you can. They are not decoration. It's actually.
You can put real bales into them, yeah.
You can take out bales. Right now it's 90 bales of straw we have.
Oh, we already start with some? He gives you some to start? That's nice.
And
yeah, that's...
55 bales of hay. We can start with animals right now from the beginning. And we have 55 bales of silage. Not sure the size of them, of each bale. Very good.
And I've refueled my tractor as well.
And then there's a water trigger here to fill water. Where the little swivelly tank is. Have fun with that.
Right, I've got a load of fuel. I've brought a load of fuel.
And then there's the cheese factory.
So we have a fuel tank at the farm that I potentially need to put this fuel into then, so that we can then fill our tractors and harvesters and stuff, is what you're saying.
I'm not sure, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, it looks like to be empty to me. But there's a tank here. Yeah, I try to fill it, doesn't work.
See what crops we start with on all our fields. Make sure we've got all the equipment needed to deal with them. Right, where's the
Okay,
fuel barrels? There's Miss Talby over there. So this should be the fuel place, you say?
Yeah, I guess.
And any prompt to unload.
Does it say anything?
Talby's already breaking out the little gator. No unload option.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to open it, yeah.
No unload option.
I'm pretty sure you can fill it. Why would it be here?
That pipe. I ought to maybe bring over a machine that needs filling and see if it's automatically full. Right. Unless it's like I say, you have to use hoses and stuff and pump the stuff, which is what I believe you have to do on this map from what I've read.
Could be.
Move this out of the way. Get somewhere different. Jump into another vehicle. Have a look. It will just let me buy.
Diesel, 400 liters. It says here. Owner by Hoffman. See that? You see? It says
Refill
fuel type
tractor.
diesel.
Okay, so I can just refill.
No, it's now empty, half empty.
Okay, so you have to fill the barrels then.
Yeah, obviously. Which is funny.
And I'm going to
can't you
guess
fill
that
the
with
tank?
that pipe there, you have to put a pipe on that and a pump. You have to fill that tank,
Maybe.
I would imagine. There's going to be a lot of learning on this map, figuring out how all the different systems work. Because
We'll figure
obviously
it out eventually.
this map is
Six, we have here.
very
We have
different.
chickens in the open.
All the maps requires a lot of.
Then the little shop here. It's full with stuff. Holy
How
cow.
would I go about
And
filling?
even the lady in shorts. Don't touch it, sonst klatscht it.
Again, another thing,
It's German
obviously,
English.
to possibly consider is the fact that because I'm playing with a controller, maybe I'm not seeing all the different buttons and controls that maybe this map is setting up. Maybe I don't have things bound to buttons. So when I'm walking up to things, I might not be seeing interactions that I can probably do. If it adds
So
anything.
if you go global company, does it say anything? Factories? No. Do we have any factories?
I haven't installed any.
No, it doesn't. So if you go to the barrel, it says something about 50%, right?
Yes. Okay. Attach hose, detach hose, toggle manure flow, activate, deactivate pump, toggle pump direction.
What?
Vehicle speed sync cruise control.
Where do you see that?
This is in the keyboard control, so obviously we're going to need a pump and hoses to transfer stuff to and from things. Where Euro Farmer could probably come in handy because he plays on this map all the time, from what I understand, so he would know how all this stuff works.
Yeah, we gave him the info that we are planning to do that. To do this one. So we have 5, 4, 2, 3, and 10, and 16. And the grass is prone to crop destruction. Be careful.
Don't drive over the grass unless you've got skinny wheels.
At least when I played it, it was the case. So you're harvesting something, or?
So I can't actually. I can't refuel the harvester from the tanker either, like you can normally. So. Definitely need to find out how we empty these tankers then, and how we store
Maybe someone has to be in the tractor. Are these standard map equipment thingies?
Well, that tanker is, yes. Where's he going? He's stolen
the tractor?
No, all the tractors are our own. Where's he? He's just
driving behind you, but you're just driving away.
It's because I'm trying to find the trailer. Don't see an option to refuel.
Change pump direction to empty. Filling. Emptying. Can you see that? Let me see. I can change pump direction. Let me try on the diesel tank. Change pump direction, it says. But it doesn't say that I can fill the tank. How do I fill the tank?
Where's the...
Can you buy a pump or something?
Yes, I'm trying to work out where that is. Which menu is that? In there? In the universal tank pack? Oh, there's hoses.
Can you place some bale storages?
There's hoses in the tank pack, but where's the pump?
Just give me a hose and just get a hose, and then you can attach a hose, because maybe the pump is in the tank, because it says change pump direction in the menu. So it must be a pump somewhere so that you can empty it and fill it.
Right, I've bought a hose.
Where is it?
It's going to be at the store, obviously.
Can you try? Yeah, you can put it on the farm.
Reset is at the farm.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that is. Now, do I need to go with my...
Probably have to pick it up and manually put it on. Where is it? Where is it? That's here. I've just run over it.
Can I just attach, detach?
Oh, I saw something flashed up then. Not in the right pixel. I haven't got a hand up symbol. I haven't got a crosshair thing. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on, there it is. I've got the end. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Attach hose X. Right, I've attached the hose.
There you go.
You have to put the hand icon right over the connector on the end, and it's not very easy to see when that thing's white. That hand symbol is white when the concrete is light grey. So, and also, because I don't play with a crosshair, it makes it even more ridiculous to see where that... Right, I've got that in now. Be able to just put that... Oh. On there, shouldn't I?
I guess on the end of the tank.
Dropped it. There it is. Should go on there. I did have attached hose there briefly.
Or
there.
you need to attach it to first there, or
Oh, well, I thought that attached. Attach. Then attach hose.
what?
No, he's bouncing about. What's he doing?
Let me try whether can I get it? I can't get it at all with the controller. How do you get it? I wouldn't be able to see anything.
I might have to disable that crosshair mod then. No crosshair mod, because you're going to need to see the crosshair. What I don't understand is, where's the pumps? Where are the pumps?
Open it, you see? Close it. Detach it.
There's supposed to be a pump.
Wait a minute. A pump, it might be.
And is it in the slurry section? Hoses. It's not in animal transport. I would have thought it would have been, if it was going to be anywhere, it would have been in the miscellaneous section.
It doesn't stick to it.
It's disconnecting from the
Doesn't stick to it. No?
disconnecting from there. No way to search in this store either, is there? Can't like type in.
Hold on.
Can't type in what you're looking for.
Hold on. What's not helping is the strong arms. It's not helping.
I don't have strong arms enabled.
So it's not emptying, no? Hold on. It says activate pump in the menu. It's pressing L, but it's not activating.
No, because I don't think we have a pump.
Go into the vehicle and try. Because I have the press down is also my cruise control or my guidance steering. Is it working?
Yeah. It should be left button down, but
It's not working. Maybe we need a pump. Is there a pump in the shop? And then you may need 2 hoses, huh?
Well, that's the thing. That's don't drive off. I can't find the pump in the store. I don't know which department it's under, unless it's a placeable. Is it in the placeable sections somewhere?
There's a nice gauge with telling you 7,158 liters or something. Quite good. How I can't find the trigger to detach or close the hose, and so easy, so difficult.
This map also changes all the store menus, doesn't it? Changes the items. There's all this extra stuff that I'm seeing when I go to like objects, and that doesn't help because then I don't know where anything is. Honey? Production equipment? No. Do with crates.
Why can't I find the menu again with the hoses and attachments? Why is there it was?
Wait, I'm just going to have to go into every single menu and see if I can find it. It would be funny if it turns out that the reason I'm not seeing it is I forgot to actually add that one mod. The manure system thing. But I went to Wopster's GitHub and I did download it because the Hof Bergmann map did have a link. Unless it has to be this. Need a specific version, because I just grabbed the latest one off the GitHub, and obviously this map's not very up to date.
It has to be this hose. Close, detach.
Slurry hose.
I'm pretty sure it is. There is another pump, right?
Spreaders. Crop protection, fertilizer hose, subsoilers. It's obviously not going to be in seeders. It's not going to be in planters. Harrows. Disc. Headers. Auger wagons. Nope, not in there. Headers, forget, won't be in there. Not going to be in trailers, I wouldn't have thought. Pallet forks, no. Other areas to think. No, it's not in crop protection. Animals, it's not in there.
Let's plant an apple tree.
Let me just check the server. Let me see if I've actually got the mod installed on the server. Because it might be that I haven't put it on.
Can have bees.
No, it's installed. No system. Why am I not seeing the pump and stuff?
You can buy diesel barrels even. Did you change the bucket size?
Bucket size?
Yeah, there are buckets for the milk
I did change them a little bit, yeah.
to 200. Yeah.
Thought that might be a little bit.
With a hose, you are able to pump a liquid fill type from source to target. If applicable, you could extend the hose to reach longer distances, they mean. So there is no pump required, right?
Read the instructions.
There are two rainwater tanks we have. Open manure flow. What manure? Is this tank a manure tank?
It's a universal tank. That's why I took it to the store to check. It should transport
It
every
says
single
manure
vehicle.
tank. Attach, toggle steering, move and select tool. Activate pump. Hey, the diesel is reduced, is less now. Why is it less?
Is it going? Is it filling?
Did we lose something into the hose or something? No, it's not filling. Change pump direction to filling. Filling means filling something else or filling the tank?
I think it's filling the tank. As in sucking in.
Now I'm having emptying. Selected emptying. Change to empty. Is it? Oh. It's not changing.
Hold on a minute. If I take that, can I take that off of there? Again, it's because I'm not seeing all the...
First you need to close with X, the hose, and then you can detach it. Oops.
I picked that up. I probably can't reach now. There's another connector on the side of your tanker. On the left side there. Don't know if it will go into that one. To me, looks like that requires a much bigger pipe.
How can you crouch?
Triangle for me. Y for you probably on Xbox.
No.
The weird thing is, I definitely see a pump on his GitHub thingy. It's on the back of a tractor. What's the brand? The brand begins with an S. Let me see if I can find it that way then. Yeah, it doesn't connect on there, does it?
I don't find any. It doesn't fit.
All I'm getting when I come near this thing is the barrels is enter vehicle popping up, which I'm guessing is because of the
Hey, why am I stuck now? Can I go? What is going on? I'm stuck to the pipe. I was gripping the pipe still. Couldn't move. Can't be that complicated.
thought so. Go and have a look on the mod hub. Mod.
Open manure flow. Why are these barrels now showing me nothing?
Because I've emptied the barrels because I filled up the harvester, so I assume I've used all the.
It was showing 50%.
Yeah, I assume I've used all the fuel because I filled a tractor and I filled the harvester, so I've probably used what little they have. Do we need a specific version of this mod? That's what I'm worried. Hof Bergmann map. Current is optionally required. Manure system mod download. That takes me to the manure system that's on the mod hub. I wonder if that's a different version to the one I've downloaded. Point 1.00. 0.1.00. It should be so it's the same version. I've just downloaded it from his GitHub rather than his
There are people making videos that are 22 minutes, 23 minutes long. And they title filling the diesel tank at the Hof. Yeah?
Mhm.
And they start with milk transport and milk doing this instead of doing what they
press
put
the
the title
right
to
mouse
it.
button in order to attach the hose to the coupling. If the coupling supports manure flow animation, the option will appear in the HUD too. Press the left mouse button in order to toggle the manure flow. See, I don't like this because it's telling you about mouse
I
and
did do that. I did do that.
keyboards
Toggle the
and
manure flow. I did do that. I was now doing the milk bucket shit. Tell me how to fill the tank. Yeah, he's going to the tank, to the fuel station. Now he's back at the farm. Next to the diesel tank. Turn on the sound. No, you just overload. That was in August 2019. Maybe there is a later version. So he was just showing, go next to it and start overloading.
So he didn't connect any pipes up or anything?
That was in 2019. How long is the pipe?
No.
He just went next to it.
Yeah, but you've driven off now, and now it's behind you. Now it's behind the tank.
No, yeah, but he was driving next to it and started overloading.
Yeah, then he's
and
not.
That doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, he's not using the manure. He's not using this manure system thing then. If his videos from 2019, that was before the manure system mod came out.
Yeah. Right.
That's before this whole system of using hoses and connectors and stuff became a thing. Get that up again. Don't. Right, that's attached to there. That's attached to. That's open, as far as I can tell.
Oh, there is also some.
I don't have to do anything on the top, do I? So I'm wondering then how we go about filling the barrels. Even if we got this thing full, how do we get the barrels full?
Obviously, there is also some pipes around the corner, no?
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What have we got going on here?
Did I have to get out of the top?
What's that? There's another connectory thing here, look.
Yeah.
That's going to the PTO, so that should be controlling all the pump stuff.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Here,
You mean
between the
this one?
tractor and the trailer, look.
In the tractor, okay.
Between the tractor and the tanker, there's a thing. Is that a pump built into the trailer?
That's probably the pump, yeah. That you start. It's a diesel, it's an exhaust, it's an electric pump. No, it's a truck-driven pump. Let me see.
Spin it round, spin the tractor round and bring it and park it close. See if we can connect to that bit. We'll figure this out. It might take us all day. Our crops might wither and die. But ultimately we do need to get this sorted, otherwise we're going to be struggling. So let's take this for a spin. Maybe he's done away with the standalone pump and he's just
So you have this hose system, right?
just
That's
maybe the guy's just done away with the pump then in an update, and he's just put
hoses. There are no hoses, but there is a place where you can put hoses. Okay. Let me look. He's telling that you need to have the hose system from GitHub, not from the mod hub. And that was in April 2020.
I'll connect that onto there.
Do you have it from the mod hub or the GitHub?
I have it from the GitHub.
Yeah.
That's definitely not connecting onto there.
There's also some slurry pipe is also available in the universal tank pack, right?
I wonder if we need to use a slurry pipe then.
But he's not.
That will store on that tanker quite happily.
Whoops, right. So the data pack, and there's also a pipe, a universal hose.
Which will go into that John Deere Gator vehicle.
No, it's a universal hose. That's why.
Which will fill.
Where's the shop? Where's the shop? It's over there. Telephone. Karma. Hi.
Do I need to use this little trailer then? Liz, we've not got.
This is in intranet. No? Aber so kleine Motoren sind ja vielleicht gar nicht drin. Ne? Hm.
There. Open. I just think this is the exact same trailer, it's just a smaller one. Versus as close as we can to that other tanker. Time I've messed around with this, it would have been quicker just to have okay, well that definitely works. I've successfully there managed to transfer some diesel from one tank into another tank. tanker should now have less in it. Yes, it does. Okay. Right. Let's see. I'll go on there. Do, but I probably need to reverse back a bit for closer. That pipe's not very long. On. Object. How do I fill up these things? Reverse back. Why did that not connect? That's connected. Right. Ah, have I not opened up the thingamajig? And the flow. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's working. Right, so that works. It does work. It just didn't work with the now I've got to find how to take that off of there. Hatch hose. Hatch hose. Hatch hose. Up hose. Door. Right, that.
So I'm back. Telephone. Okay. Did you figure out something?
This one has filled it.
Okay.
So
So it was the tank issue, or
it could be a tank issue, I'm thinking. Question is now, how do I fill the
so
barrels then?
you had to connect the hoses? You have to replace the barrels probably. You have to
That's showing 4,000 litres in there now. So I was
yeah.
able to I was able to suck the fuel from this other tanker into the little one. And then I was able to...
You didn't need a pump or anything, right?
No, didn't need a pump or anything. The tractor was capable of doing it.
Without a pump. Magic.
A refill thing. That automatically kind of opened itself. Refill. So yeah, once the tanker is filled, you can just refill next to it.
Ah, okay.
Without using the pump, so your vehicles and stuff can be
Because it knows what it is. What about the barrels? Can you refill them?
refill the barrels.
Yeah,
Unless you have to pick them up on something, put them in the... You have to put the
it
barrels
must be
in my tractor. I was going to have a try and see if I could unload...
It's your tractor, it's mine now.
Just see if I could unload the rest now, because now I've figured out how it works. I was going to try it again.
Well, this is a replaceable. Yeah, the barrels. The barrels are replaceable.
Hatch hose there, right. That in there.
Can't pick them up anyway, so.
Can't pick them up. You need pallet forks.
What?
Pick them up with pallet forks.
What?
I haven't got the CSZ pack installed, so I can't even use like the lifter thing. Lifting straps.
Okay, I have a front loader.
Right, this should work in theory. Hey, look, trying to see where you're picking up from is so difficult. Attach hose, right, that's fine. Now I should just be able to open the manure flow. Yeah, that's fine. The vehicle. I'm not getting the activate pump symbol. I'm not able to activate the pump.
Left bumper button.
Oh, it's doing it. I have to press the keyboard. I have to press R. When I press the controller, yeah, when I press the controller, it's not doing it. It's not emptying. But if I press and hold R, that has filled. That's filled the diesel up. That's completely emptied that tank. So it's just not working with my controller.
5,200 liters.
Yeah, close the manure flow. Attach the hose. Oh, somebody's disconnected the hose that one.
It's brute force.
And I'll just store it.
The tank is empty now, right?
Tank is completely empty, yeah.
Why would you need the barrels then with diesel? You would just put them there as decoration. So you can put the hose next to the thingy.
I was able to. I was able to store it on there earlier. Why can I not store it on there now?
So you need to lift it up. Forward.
I have to grab it from a certain end. Kind of reminds me a bit of my summer car, this. Maybe I can only put it on from one side.
Complicated.
Now I can't store that pipe now.
Now you were able to do it at the gator.
I was able to do, and I was able to do it on this earlier.
Okay.
There's the things for it. Could sit over those little hook things. Store hose, there we go. Hose is stored. So couldn't you fill those barrels from the pump, from the tank?
No. Can also make you have a seed making machine, you know, in this game.
Oh, loads. The garage is we're showing loads of these barrels. We've got loads of them, so it seems silly that we can't fill them all. And we can't refill them. Be away. Attention, filling is not possible at filling stations. This is a diesel drum. At this drum, vehicles can be refueled and refilled. Filling is not. The barrels are refillable, it says. So why can't I refill them? How do you refill them? Or should I just sell the barrels if they're absolutely of no use whatsoever?
It's also saying that if you're not careful, you can the tanks will automatically empty onto the floor or something. So maybe I dropped some diesel onto the ground. It's contaminated now.
I don't know how you would refill these then. So I think, to be perfectly honest, I'm just going to sell those barrels. See, if there's no way to refill them, it says you can't fill them at filling stations. So how are you supposed to refill them? Because that's a filling station. In my eyes, unless you can pick this hose up and disconnect the thingy, which I don't see a way to be able to do. The only option to pick that up. Fill barrels. I think I'm just going to buy a Thunder. But anyway, I should be able to fill the harvester now. And then I can make a start on doing the harvesting.
Do we have a trailer?
We've got several trailers.
Tractors, I'm sure.
Trailers all over the place. There's one over here with the fast track connected to it. There's a trailer over here. There's another little one parked over by the area you've just been in. Opposite this shed over here, look. There's a little trailer parked. Yeah, you've just driven past it. Say, I've not bought any trailers. These are own. These are own. I've only kept the stuff that they gave us. I've only replaced the tractors and the harvester and the crappy little plough. All the other equipment I've left as what the map gave me because I didn't know if it was special for this map and it had special functions and purposes. What the hell is going on there? It has gone la la. Oh, have I just folded up my header? That's probably why it went la la.
So sure. So we have a loading wagon. We have a Stroutman. Doesn't say how much. Stroutman is 8,000. The Stroutman is 10,000. And one was 20,000. The TKD, where is it? Where is this?
Say, there's one trailer connected to the fast track.
A fast track? What is a fast track?
The JCB, the yellow tractor that you were using on Chellington. I've put that on the trailer.
But there must be a larger.
And then there's another one of those trailers then parked directly in front of it, but it looks like it's configured for transporting pallets and bales and stuff.
But there is in the menu there is a larger trailer.
The TKD 302, that's the one that the TKD 302 with 21,000 litres, that's the one that should be on the fast track. That's the one that should be plugged into the fast track.
No, it is not. Because it's over here. It's where the loading wagon is. And there is another silo and there is a tedder. No, yeah. I think it's a tedder and a mower.
What's this one here then that's on this fast track? Because it's the only one we've got.
No, it's a small one. I will come to you with this trailer.
I'm only seeing two of these.
You haven't seen everything.
That one, TKD 302 with 21,000 litres, and then all the little seckies.
You want to do your mowing now, or you're looking for the trailer that I have here?
See, I probably should have just sold everything. Probably should have just. I'm on field, whichever. Field 2.
If I have to empty you, I need to know where you are.
I'm on field 2.
Didn't see you.
Harvesting barley. Oh, there's a big metal thing on the side of the field.
You see, I mean, this trailer.
Not sell off all them other trailers then. Very confusing as to which trailer is which. By different trailers. By different trailers.
You need smaller ones maybe to get into some places, or when you start making cheese.
By different brands of trailers to easily tell them apart. See, that's why I was going to get the new loading wagon. I was going to buy one of those for doing the grain carting and stuff. The new Storm loading wagon mod. Get one of those when I had a bit of spare money.
You know, across the road there is another silo and stuff for potatoes and yeah, there was a silo, but they have removed. Maybe it's the tractor is only half full with petrol.
They all will be. None of them start full. The ones I've bought, because they're all second-hand and used. They'll all need to be refueled eventually. But I figured, as this was the Hof Bergmann map, you would insist on us having all fence. So I had to sell all the tractors and buy fence. And the harvester even has Fent written on it, look. I know it's technically not green, but hopefully because it says Fent on it, you will be happy.
I'm always happy with the best equipment.
And the loading wagon works, yay!
Yeah. By default.
It's weird because when I did log on to Chellington last night, like I said, just to make a note of what equipment we'd got, just in case I was going to duplicate the equipment on this map. And the first thing I did was try the loading wagon because you got it parked in the field where you did the soybean harvest, and it worked. It was picking up the straw. I was like, I was sat there thinking, is Mr. Helge just trolling me? Because every time he says the loading wagon
works. Every time he see, I mean, I'm loading. I know how it works.
Every time Mr. Helge says the loading wagon doesn't work, what happens? I log on the server and do all the loading wagoning. I collect all the straw. I was just thinking, is he just trolling? Is he just trolling me to get me to pick up all the straw? Because he knows I'm going to log on and test that the loading wagon doesn't work.
Yeah. And then pick it up while you're at it.
They end up picking up all the rubbish.
And unloading.
No, I'm only just over half full.
I'm full. So now comes where to put the straw. You know where to put the straw?
Nope. I haven't looked at any of that stuff
Hof
yet.
Bergmann. Oh, I did it many times.
I did remember to go and check the BGA and make sure the BGA has sufficient capacity for unloading into on this map. I didn't want Chellington Valley where it's 50,000 litres and then, oh, now you've got to wait 2 days before you can put anything else in it.
So I think this map went through some iterations.
So I think I increased the BGA to accept about 5 million litres before it says it's full.
So I think it's the most sophisticated and diverse map ever. It has some manual work. I hope it is still working like that. I wonder what this loading thing is, like manually load bales and make them into straw or something over here.
You're the expert on this map. You should be telling me what everything is.
Operate big bag max. You can make a big bag on the max.
You've played hundreds of hours on this map, so you should know everything. You should be able to teach me how everything works, and what everything on this map is for, and what every icon and machine and symbol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Operate straw blower. Ding. Toggle cruise control. B. Can I get out of the menu? Can I get out of the menu? If I press B, then the cruise control is off. Then. Okay.
I'm at 82% full.
It takes forever to unload. So do we see in this straw is it's getting fuller? That's the problem, we don't see the straw in the silo. That's bullshit.
This moment in time, I wouldn't be so concerned with storing the straw and that. I'd just be concerned with selling it. Make money. We need equipment. We're going to need to buy a seeder.
You get only 87 bucks or 78. Storage fill level 10,500. Just want to test it.
Okay. 9. And full. Find.
And empty.
Why can't I tab to the tractor which has the trailer?
Because I'm sitting in.
Oh, you've robbed the tractor for the loading wagon.
Yep.
I need to get another tractor now to put on the...
I'm coming back to the field.
Train trailer. There's a floating symbol.
What? The cars. Hey, the loading wagon is working.
Loading wagon's working. Yeah.
It's making straw. straw. Do we have the straw mod on this map?
Do you have the straw mod on this map? So I should be able to do canola straw and soybean straw and corn straw.
Very nice. Also the fields are not rectangular, which is nice. Most of the fields.
Right, let's have a look. Pricing screen then. Barley.
Have you checked any contracts yet?
No. Land market. Why can't I tag that as a place?
Yeah, Raiffeisen is a sort of a agricultural community where farmers can drop their stuff, sell their stuff, and it's also a bank nowadays.
That's not
With
very
some
useful,
financial
is it?
issues.
I don't have the option to tag a sell point, tag a place from the sell screen.
What? Let me see. Straw.
If I can click on, if I go to the map, I have to click.
It has been removed. Huh?
I have to go to the map and click on it. So I've got to find the icon for the place on the map. That's not a very user-friendly improvement. They removed that ability.
This is the horse ranch. Is that the one? Can you tag the place?
You can tag it on the map. You just can't tag it from the price screen.
Horse ranch. Is it horse ranch? Horse ranch. And they also have opening hours, right?
Oh, so I could get there in the shop.
Well,
Like Chellington, 6 o'clock. Boom. Everything's closed.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. Could be open. But you can check whether they have opening hours or not. Oh, they changed. You were flashed. Oh, speeding. Speeding ticket, 36 bucks.
You've been speeding ticketed.
I didn't know this is on the map here.
They've added speeding tickets to this map?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look out for the security
And
cameras
they also
then.
changed the road texture. Is now changed.
Eyes peeled for the...
Okay, the ranch. The ranch says opening hours 8 to 8, Monday to Sunday.
Now you see, this is the problem I had with this map. Because you see, for me, all the signs are in German.
And the
Erfurter
and the selling
Landhandel,
point,
Ordnungssitzen.
and the selling point, you have to drive backwards.
Waugchen
And then you
2,
can still not sell it.
99091 Hintertupfingen.
What are you doing?
I'm reading the signpost outside this sell point because you said, oh, the signpost tells you the opening hours and stuff. It's all in German.
Let me see it. The chat is delayed. I didn't see it. So.
That's why there's this map, and then there was that other map, and there's the reason why I didn't play the other map.
Where are you? Where are you?
Down at the
landmark.
landmarking.
It says Erfurter Landhandel. Erfurt is an area. In Hintertupfingen am Wäldchen 2. 10 to 5 o'clock opening hours.
10 till 5. 10 till 5. Wow. If you're doing an early morning harvest, you can't sell your stuff.
You have a lot of tractors. It's a multiplayer map with 15 people.
Well, to be honest, you did start with a lot of tractors on this map. Admittedly, they were all small. They're all like Fendt 515s and the little armour track things. So I've just
That's good. They're good for ploughing.
Good for ploughing. Good for doing plenty of other things. At least we're not going to be short of vehicles. I mean, we only had 3 tractors on Chellington.
But I have to say, I mean, I played the map. The map is very nice. I like it. Except for the speed. Well, it has evolved. I mean, it has changed so much from when I played it.
Keep your eyes peeled and look out for these speed cameras, and they probably don't look like the speed cameras I'm used to.
Well, there's a car parked here.
They're probably European speed cameras.
Police car. There's a police car parked here, the bastard.
Has he got a radar gun? Mobile speed trap.
Maybe. And there was no speed sign at all.
The thing I do like though is having bought all the vehicles and equipment, the fact that I bought them all used, they're all covered, they're already stock, covered in mud. They look so much nicer. They look like real tractors now. When they're all shiny and clean, they just look like toys.
So you had to go unload already?
Yeah, that trailer gets full. This harvester fills that trailer, and then obviously the harvester is still sat here half full. So it's like, trailer's too small. Trailer's smaller than the harvester. That's the problem I had in my Let's Play as well. On Eureka Farms, doing my harvest contract on that map. The trailer was just...
How much money did you start in this one?
Started with a fair bit. I mean, effectively, we by the time I've bought all the equipment and vehicles, we've got the 100,000 that we're supposed to have. And then obviously we've spent a little bit of that now buying fuel, buying hose pipes. We've got a little bit less than the 100,000 bucks.
Okay, this loading wagon has 23,000 litres. It's not so fantastic, but...
You'll probably want to upgrade that fairly soon. You'll probably want to get the one that you prefer using. That might be too big on this map for getting in and out of some sell points. That loading wagon is massive. And these trees as well might get chopped down.
Setting my cruise control to 50 kilometers per hour, that I'm not getting the ticket. Because I guess 50 is what he thinks is allowed. Yeah, I mean, you get a speeding ticket, but I mean, there is no sign on how fast you can drive. And then it's a country road, you should be able to drive 50, 80.
It's like it's a bit like, that's a bit like the meme I keep seeing on the internet where somebody posts a picture and it's like, you know you're in Germany when you're doing 180 kilometers on the Autobahn and some asshole's right behind you flashing their lights.
Yeah.
Because they want you to still go faster.
Go away, you slow asshole. I'm going 250. And that's only because my speed is limited by the car.
But one thing we do have now on this map as well, which we can try out at some point in time. There is a new mod that we've never had before, which enables you, when driving next to another vehicle, to hit a button and instantly have your vehicle speed set to the same speed.
Oh,
So like when you're unloading a harvester, as you drive up beside the harvester, you can hit the button on the keyboard, and it'll automatically set your cruise control to match the harvester,
okay, it's good.
and keep you driving at the same tandem speed as the harvester, or whatever vehicle you want to match speeds with.
Canola is ready. Oh, do we have precision farming?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
precision farming, so that's what I'm getting. The fields that are ready for harvesting, I'm getting them stripped off, and then we can get the machine to do the soil sampling and take care of all of that. I also need to place the building for buying the slurry digestate and stuff, because obviously we don't have animals.
How much money did I get for this straw? It's not very, not that much. 88 euros.
Of course, we don't own the BGA yet, do we?
88 times 23,000 is 2,000 bucks.
Where is the BGA? Is that our building there? Biogas plant. Yeah, we don't own that yet. I didn't buy that. That was a bit of an oversight from me. Because obviously you'd be able to sell the straw at the BGA, usually, typically, and it would probably pay more. I would hazard a guess. But hey, we don't want the prices to be too generous, otherwise we get $1 million in a couple of hours, and then the map loses its charm. Then it's like, well, we're done. We've won.
Absolutely.
We've completed.
Absolutely. Let me see. If there's a loading wagon. Well, it's actually the mod that we should use. Without arms or with arms? For 78,000. I think I'm going to buy that right now because we need it for the other fields. And then I'm selling this one.
Sell that one and do a switcheroony.
First, I'll take another load. No. No, I'm not. Just trying to the shop. Since we do have the cash, just.
Also, on this map as well, the little forklifts and stuff parked near the shop, you can use them, can't you? You can drive those.
Okay.
Yeah. So for like loading pallets of seed onto trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
Pallets of fertiliser, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was the case. I thought, I wonder, because I saw that as I was buying all the tractors, I was like, I saw that forklift there, and I was like, I wonder if that's real or just a decoration. And then I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's real. Because you can, and I think there's a couple of places on the map where there's vehicles that you can drive that we don't necessarily own and don't appear in the garage menu, but we can use them, can't we?
Yeah. I wonder, for selling, do you have to drive into the place, or is it around the corner?
For selling, for repairing, I had to drive in. I had to park up close to the ramp thing, and then the button for triggering the selling thing is actually a bit further inside, and I missed my turning. I've gone to the wrong place. The repair, customize, sell button is then inside the building. Big super duper loading wagon. That's the first field done. Field 2.
So
Field-
selling is where you repair, or
Yeah, selling. You sell from the same place you repair. Yeah. Excellent.
you
Still
get
open.
40,000.
Oh, little bloke. There's a little bloke stood here. Thing is, looking at some of these sell points, having an auger wagon would not be as useful. Hello, little man. Can I talk to you? Can I interact with you in any way? Bit like the guy that deals with your dead animals when you take your dead animals. That's still on this map.
Oh, I don't know.
Where you have to take your dead pigs and stuff.
I guess, yeah.
The Skinner or whatever it was called. Because this map was like, yeah, if you don't feed your animals, they will die. And then you have to go and pick the bodies out of the pen and take them and dispose of them.
Is there a Fent white or is it a Fent red?
Should be a Fent red. Fent red, Fent nature green, Fent classic green, and then I think it's just plain white then for Fent white. I don't think there is a Fent white, it's just white.
See, there is also a red, but that's a kind of a washed out red.
It is. It's not vibrant red on the fence. Like a sort of dully red.
It's also displaying the vehicle outside, yeah, in front of the shop when you select them.
Like on Chellington.
Yeah.
Which is nice, but again, when you're trying to choose and select options for and configure a vehicle, it can be a bit difficult to see what's written in the boxes because the text blends in with the tarmac.
See, I bought a new one, and still we have the same amount of money.
Oats harvested. Got oats. More money.
That's the way to pick up straw.
You got the arms.
Of course.
You bought it with the arms. You.
Brothers in arms. But it's not a ridiculous speed. It's 22. With the straw harvest mod, I mean, we have to pick up so much straw. You have to have a good pickup system.
I suppose that's the one good thing about that contract I did on Eureka Farms. Because I was harvesting sunflowers, I didn't have to worry about picking up any straw. Otherwise that contract would have taken me even longer than it did.
Yeah, eventually we have to make some bales maybe to put them in storage.
That's something, yeah. The farm gives you all these bale storage things when you start the game, but you don't get a baler in your starting equipment. You can't make bales right at the start on this game, but you've got bale storage. So I guess the map is suggesting that you've bought the bales from the shop and then you've stored them. I don't know. I always find that a little bit weird when you load up any map and the starting farm has got bales sat all around it, yet there's no baler in the equipment list. So it's like, how did he make all the bales? How did the guy who had the farm before me...
The neighbour did it for him.
Did he contract someone to come in and do the bales? That's probably why he went bankrupt and ended up selling the farm to you.
It's the same straw.
Well, it will be. This is oats. Oats and barley. This is just regular game straw. This isn't the fancy straw. Because we've not harvested any crops that do the fancy straw yet.
Canola straw?
Canola straw, soybean straw and corn straw. They're the fancy ones. This is just the normal regular stuff.
Yeah, canola is also ready for harvest.
Me, a lot of harvesting. This day harvest crazy. I've currently got the time set to 3 times real speed. I hope that's okay. I hope that seems like it's adequate on this map. It's not too fast and it's not too slow.
We need to prepare all the fields and stuff. And I can start doing some probing. Do we have a...
I haven't bought the probe machine yet, no. I haven't bought that yet. It's one of the pieces of equipment we need to buy.
Where is that? Under?
It's in the miscellaneous section of tools.
Miscellaneous. No. Do we need to have a building with RTK base station?
Possibly. You might need an RTK base station. I don't know where there's room to put it. Where it's not going to interfere and get in the way and block stuff. It seems an awful lot of money to pay out, when the benefit to that building is only if you're hiring workers to do the work. Which, in multiplayer, we're not really going to be hiring workers to do work, are we?
I thought it's required for this probing tool.
The one thing I haven't checked on this map is how much room is there for placing objects and buildings and stuff. Is there lots of space?
What do you mean?
Is there lots of placeable space around the farm for putting buildings and buying sheds and stuff?
No, there's
No.
not much.
So yeah, I'm not sure where I would put the base station thingy then. We don't have a lot of room for it. And there's that little area across the road from the farm.
I mean,
Driving past now, whether there's room in there.
everything. You haven't seen everything. We have on the right side of the farm. There's also this sign of grain storage. There's some space. There's some place for placeables. Maybe down where the carpentry is, maybe. But this map looks also weird, you see, with this crop destruction. It's also you do crop destruction on the harvested field.
Yeah, you do crop destruction of the stalks.
Yeah, I mean,
my only issue with that would be if it then causes a problem with like the lime spreading, like when you do crop destruction with cotton, when you like picking up the cotton bales and stuff and you destroy the cotton, you cause crop destruction of the harvested cotton, and then when you try to lime spread, the lime doesn't apply on the bits that you've done the crop destruction on.
yeah.
So then you have to like plough or cultivate the field first and then do your lime spreading.
Yeah, I don't remember. Field 20, 19, 18. Is this new? Don't remember. It's also an orchard. Woodland, Greenland. Family Ritter, Family Freister. Different households. So there are some little numbers where they have family names. You need unloaded?
Nearly 75%. Not ready. I'll fill the trailer. The trailer will get full.
Oh my goodness. So where do I sell oat? Land market.
Same place that took the barley, was it?
It's again where you were. In the bottom
20 to
or
4. Don't forget it closes soon. Closes at
Land
4.
market? Where's land market?
Down the bottom of the map.
Bottom.
Down the side of this field, actually. If you follow the road, straight down that road in front of me, leads you to it.
So down the road and then right.
Well, down the road, then you turn left, and then eventually you turn right, yes.
Well, you can select it. Did I select it on the map?
You can select it in the map. Yeah, you can
That's the
tag,
song,
tag. You can tag places in the map. You just can't tag them from the price screen, which
No, it's oops.
loses me a little bit. Like I say, on
Yeah,
other
so
maps and in single player, you can tag places from the price screen to make it easy to
I
find
mean,
them.
from the map, I mean, there is nothing written. You need to click on it, find it. See, there's a big placeable area here. Didn't you see that?
Yeah,
It's
there's
called the sawmill symbol. That you may have to make a building place. You see, it says building place. It's a dedicated
building place. Yeah.
place for putting in buildings. You have to drive up this ramp.
Yeah, you have to go up the little ramp and tip. Yeah. That's what made me think, getting a auger wagon isn't going to be very useful for selling at that sell point. I don't know if other sell points are like that. Because you're not going to be able to pipe
because
out.
they have a ceiling if you have a large trailer. But also the horse shed, if you have to sell something there, you need to back up your trailer. You cannot drive through.
Yeah, an auger wagon with a pipe might not be useful for selling stuff.
It's small.
Might be useful for transferring the crop from the harvester to the silo, but it's not going to be very useful for using as a selling device.
Yeah, you cannot play this map American style. Why did I drive all the way over here? Okay, let's do some straw pickup. I said do some straw pickup. Pick up straw. I just read some information on the chat. Somebody asked you, are you gay? Why is it so important that people know that?
Exactly. And also, not being funny, if you don't know, if you have no actual like relationship, you don't know an individual, you have no previous relationship or connection to them, why is that the first thing you would ask someone?
Yeah.
Because that's very insulting to anybody.
It's like, are you stupid? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can ask, are you gay?
I mean, I have a lot of friends.
What
I have
does
a lot
it
of
make?
friends who
What
are.
difference does it make if you are? What difference does it make? I mean,
How does it? And how does
are
it?
you
How
hetero? Are you heterosexual?
and what does it matter? And how is that any relevant to what I'm playing currently? How is it connected to farm sim? It's not. It's completely not relevant to what is going on in the stream. So why would you ask such a stupid question? I think he was a troll. He didn't stick around very long. He didn't stick around very long. He asked that, and then because I called him out on it, I think he disappeared straight away.
Also got the spelling wrong, you know.
Well, he's done that because he knows if he'd spelt it properly, he would have been banned straight away. You see, he's bypassed the banned word list there because he knows if he types it the correct way, Twitch is going to ban you.
Could have said, "Are you Homo sapiens?" It would have been banned.
Yeah.
Because of homo.
Homo, yeah, that's banned. That's on the banned word list. So if you try to use that one as well.
If he says, "Are you Homo sapiens?" then it's are you a human being? I'm a human being, but I'm inhuman. Okay, now that's a little bit more money for selling straw.
A little bit more, because you've got more of it now.
Put more in it in a shorter time. Now that I went through this with my arms on the loading wagon, now the door is even wider. It has no collision, but thank God. So did you play more Dyson Sphere?
I haven't yet, no. I did end up having a bit of a look last night at Sim Airport and playing some of the tutorials in that. Because that was the game I was going to play and do some streaming of. But then I ended up doing Project Hospital last weekend. which was
Is it,
fun.
what's the difference? There is a sim airport and then some other thing?
There's
or-
Airport CEO.
Yeah, okay, that is
Very similar games, practically identical. I own both of them, but if I had to think, if I was looking at the two, I think Airport CEO is a bit more Software Inc. Project Hospital style, and Sim Airport is a little bit simpler, a little bit more cartoony, I would say. Bit 2 Point Hospital, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it's still got, you still have all the real things to do, but I think Airport CEO has a lot more depth to it and is a lot harder. It's a bit like Factorio. It doesn't teach you a lot. You've kind of got to be able to figure everything out. It doesn't tell you what you're doing. Yeah, Dyson Sphere looks kind of cool. I definitely enjoyed playing that yesterday. I think when I next play it,
I have not heard anyone who says it's a bad game. I mean, even hardcore Factorio players say, maybe I'm not going back to Factorio because this game is much better. I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit different, and some people might still love Factorio like me. But it's definitely a game, but it has gone through some iteration. That is clearly what you see. It has been refined already. So it's not an early access, let's give your experience. It has been modified already. So it went through some iteration process, bug fixing and stuff.
oh yeah, they release patches for it every day. Since I've owned it, there's been a patch for it every single day.
Even before they had the early access, this game has been tested for years, or maybe a year at least.
Oh, I can imagine. Well,
Yeah,
it's a
so many
Chinese.
things.
It's a Chinese studio that makes it, isn't it?
It's so good already. I mean, for an early
I can imagine all the
access
little
game.
Chinese people have been sat there testing it and testing it and testing it for
Yeah.
ages before they early accessed it.
Yeah, they were so afraid maybe to release it. But there's so much to come in the game. And maybe even some better translation. Like, be careful with the fluid tanks. If you remove it, all the fluid will be devastated. It says devastated, yeah. The fluid will be devastated. No, it will be destroyed.
It will be devastated.
Yes. So that's typical Google translation.
The one thing I have noticed, I watched a couple of videos on the game last night on YouTube, and I noticed a lot of people in the comment section like, oh, the game looks cool, but when are the aliens and guns and that coming?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's
to be honest, I would hope not. I don't really need them to put in a Factorio style biter system and having to build.
It will come, but you probably can also deactivate it.
I just like the idea of going from planet to planet and setting up factories
Even
and buildings.
Even in Factorio, you can deactivate biters.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. Well, you can turn them off, but so many achievements then you can't get if you turn them off. Like
Yeah,
the developers really want you to play the game with it on. They want you to be frustrated. Certainly the next time I fire up that game, I'm going to start a new save on a new map, and I'm going to do things a lot differently this time. I'm going to start putting down big belt systems. Dyson Sphere. Dyson Sphere. I'm going to do belt systems and stuff.
The starting planet is always the same. I think the starting solar system is identical. It's always the same. That is not a difference. Because I noticed that every time you go to the first planet with titanium on it, it's a volcanoes, a lava planet.
yeah, I definitely want to start like with me iron ore belts and me copper ore. I want belts coming from all the miners, storing loads of stuff on the belts. And then I want my smelters and stuff, taking stuff off the belts. A bit like a Factorio, really. I don't want to do all the manual.
Your essential equipment like belts and sorters. You want to produce windmills and power poles in a kind of a automated
Fined again. I
system.
got fined for driving too fast. Where's the camera? I did not see a camera. Where is it?
It's a car park next to the road. I think that's it. Have you been driving this main road?
Sneaky little cars. Oh, that thing. Aye. See, that wouldn't be allowed. That would not be. That would be against the law in the UK.
In Germany, they have these cars and they have a speeding camera inside, right?
Well, yeah, we have police cars which have speeding cameras inside and police vans with speeding cameras inside.
They even have mobile trailers that they can place where that you don't recognize.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. In the UK, they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to hide and conceal cameras. The cameras have to be clearly visible, and they need to put signs on the road at X distance from the camera. Otherwise, they're breaking the law.
And they wouldn't catch anyone in Germany.
Well, yeah, people would slow down. People would slow down if they see the signs.
Yeah, but they want to make money. They want to catch you red-handed.
In this country, it's against the law to do that. They have to put signs out, even if it's just a copper, even if it's just a bloke stood at the side of the road with a radar gun. He's got to put signs out, and he's got to be wearing high vis, and you've got to be able to see him. If you get a ticket from someone that hasn't done that, the ticket's null and void.
Yeah. You can say, what do you do with a 2-meter asshole? Yeah, give him a radar gun and put him under the fridge.
And the common thing as well is when if you do get stopped by these mobile police vans and mobile detection systems, and they stop you because you were speeding, the easiest thing to do to get out of a fine and a ticket is to ask them, "Can I see your calibration certificate for today, please?"
Yes.
Because again,
for today even.
Yes, for today. Because again,
not older than half a year.
in UK law, that equipment, any equipment used for that kind of thing, for speed detection that the police use, has to be calibrated each day to ensure it's reading correctly. And if they don't have a certificate for that day, then that's it. That's your get out of jail free card.
So I think so.
It's up to you know, like I say, I've got no problem with the police fining people that are speeding, but the police have to obey the law. They have to do things right first. They have to get all their stuff done right. They've got to make sure they've calibrated the equipment before they've gone out. Before the guy drives out the police station in the morning, he's got to make sure he's calibrated the speed gun. He's got to make sure he's got his high vis. He's got to make sure he's got his signs. If after all of that you get caught and you get flagged, then that's your own fault. You pay the ticket, you take the penalty points. But if they're being sneaky, not doing things right, then I don't agree with that. Like in the early days when it first came out, one of the things they commonly used to do was like hide in hedges and bushes, and then they'd jump out as you drove past. That quickly got stopped. That did. That was quickly stopped.
That could lead to an accident.
That quickly got stopped. Because they were quickly deemed to be trying to entrap people at that point. On trailer brought back. Beep, beep, beep. Not there for the moment. Fetch the harvester. Two fields harvested. Smell dinner. Dinner's nearly ready.
Yeah, I need
Probably
to eat something too.
Good point for me to maybe take a break.
I thought
The main thing is the map is working. And it's oh, my harvester still has some oats in it. Crap.
I couldn't unload completely.
Ah well, I'll sort that out. There's probably still some fields left to harvest. It's field 4, yeah.
The harvested fields look really odd.
Do.
I don't know why this.
I don't know what's this field about here next to the horses. What's all that about?
Yeah. Which field? Which field?
It's not got a number on it, but it's showing us ready to harvest. I'm like, is that just grass?
The yellow one?
Yeah.
Is it? No, the grass is not. Yeah, it is grass.
That's just a grass field, and then 16 is a grass field as well.
16, yeah.
They're both just grass fields, right? Okay. So, mow them at some point. I think I left the tedder and stuff. I think I kept the starting mower unit and tedder, windrower or whatever.
Yeah. It's next to the farm where this.
We should have a fermenting silo, though, shouldn't we, on this map? Does it come with a fermenting silo built in?
Yeah, it's next to the horses, or the U-shaped thingy behind where I am.
Oh, you mean the bunkers for putting? I thought, is there like a machine for putting the grass in that turns it into silage? Like we had on Snetterton's. The fermenting silo. I don't know whether there was a fermenting silo on this map. We might have to use bunkers. Go squishing. Squish, squish, squish. I can't remember. I don't know, because I didn't look and see. When I loaded this map up, I didn't actually look and see where all the equipment started, so I don't know where to park the harvester. The bucket back here. There's a bucket just laid in the middle of the floor. I'm guessing the harvester wasn't in this area, because this looks like the cow barn. Or the pig pen, or whatever it is. The harvester's quite big.
You can park it outside over here if you want to park it. There's a big shed here.
There's a big shed over here on the road, which is next to a machine.
Yeah, on the other side, yeah.
That do. It's got a thing for putting stuff in it. A hose.
It's a plow. Is that also a cultivator?
There's two plows. The map didn't start us with any cultivators, so I didn't buy any cultivators. It only gave us a plow in the starting equipment, so I sold the starting plow and bought two other ones. And of course, there's an area over here as well, which has a diesel tank. Diesel in? Maybe I could put the RTX base station somewhere here in this area. Not going to interfere with anything over here, is it?
Catch you later.
Okay then, Mr. Helgi. Or RTX filling station.
I don't understand this game. Why it needs loading to shut down. Just give me a break.
I've got to load the game to close and exit from the game. That does strike me as a bit weird. You didn't buy an RTX station, did you? Buy and place that. That can go on there. And then if I also then get one of these fancy things. Or I just chuck it on the corner somewhere silly, like over here. Not going to be terribly in the way of anything. Might interfere a little bit with the tree. What I don't want to do is do a load of ground bending. Place that there. Go and have a look at that, because I think there's some new options on these things to turn stuff on and off. Lights on. Warning stripes, and then lastly should be show fill mark. One more thing on the back. That's fine. I like that. Right. Last thing then. Let's paint. Glass. Right, all of that. That's where you can buy stuff from. So if you want slurry, manure, digestate, you can buy it from there when you come to do your slurry spreading and stuff. In the absence of having animals at this point in time. I think you can get seed from it as well, and lime and fertilizer. It might be a little bit more expensive because you're paying obviously for the convenience of having it right there on tap. But it's there. Right, well that's the first session done on this map. We've come in, had a bit of a look round. We eventually got the diesel sorted out. Still don't know how you go about filling the barrels. Maybe that is something that someone can message me and tell me later, how you refill the fuel barrels. Yeah. Hof Bergmann, the new map. Off to a good start. Off to a good start. So see you later, everybody. Goodbye for now.